Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to give some Alchemy Pay market updates and partnerships. And this is important because there has been some huge partnerships with Alchemy Pay. We're also going to talk about how Europe is planning to build on Alchemy Pay, which is an interesting topic for today because with the Ukraine-Russia crisis that is happening right now, using Alchemy Pay to make purchases, for example, is going to be really important because the ruble, the kuna, those currencies, the Ukrainian and the Russian currency, they're not doing so well right now. So a lot of people are flocking to Bitcoin. And in the article that I'm going to show, I'm going to pin it in the comments below. They're saying that Russia, Ukraine, and Venezuela are actually really heavy users of crypto right now. Just because, for example, Ukraine is very high tech and tech savvy. So with that being said, why don't we do this first? Let's smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. And now let's jump into the video. So first things first, I'm gonna switch up the format of the videos first, and I'm gonna start doing charts first because the charts are more relevant because we're gonna be looking at the charts, which is gonna have the most recent news all baked into the price and everything. And I think that that's what most of you guys are interested in. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but we're gonna go through the charts and then we're gonna go through the news. And if you feel like you don't wanna watch the news, all right, then just click off after you got the information that you need in the charts. Remember, I always have timestamps in the description below, so nobody is wasting their time. With that said, let's get into those charts. So guys, I am filming this on Sunday, March 20th, and looking at the charts for ACH Tether USD, which is fine because it's USD. That actually looks really good, the charts here for ACH, because what we did is we drew some Fibonacci's from the bottom here, which was 3 cents back in January of 22 to the high of February of 22. So for ACH here and USDT, it actually looks pretty good because what we see is that this chart is retracing back to this price, which is 40 cents. And you can see the Fibonacci line here with the 786. The 786 on the Fibonacci is actually like a really good bounce. And you could see that this candle really wicked below it, but it really closed at the 786, which is a really good sign. And on top of that, I also used these lines in the past when I did a review on ACH. And this Fibonacci here, look at how interesting this is. So again, we draw from top or bottom to top for these Fibonacci lines. And if you want to learn more about Fibonacci lines, then schedule a call with me because we'll talk about NIUM Academy, which is where I learned all this stuff. But I don't know, I'm thinking about creating a Patreon so I could teach this too for you guys who are interested. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below because I'm trying to get a feel of how many of you guys are actually interested in charting. But back on topic, the second Fibonacci line that I drew here from bottom to top, you could see that that's this 883 here. And notice how this 883 price, which is around 3 9/100ths of a cent, that acted as support for 3 or 4 days from 13th of March to March 16th. So you could see that on 1, 2, 3, 4 days, it actually, okay, we could see it wick below that price, but it closed right on the price. So that is no coincidence. All of these prices have a certain price that they like to fall towards, and that usually is a Fibonacci line. So if we go back down to the 4 hours, let's see what we have there. In a lower angle, we see that ACH really blew up here. And now it's retraced back to the 786, which I just talked about. And look, it is really holding that price from here to here. These from 12 o'clock to I think 4 o'clock, they're acting as support at this price. So what I think here is that this 786, that is a really good buy zone. So if you're looking to get into ACH, then around that price should be a good price to buy. I really feel that this is really going to stay here for, I don't know, the next several days. The whole entire market right now is red, and you can see that BTC and ETH are losing. What I want to see is BTC go above 45 and hold that price. Remember, the price of ACH and all the other altcoins are reliant on Bitcoin. They're always looking at Bitcoin on how to move. If Bitcoin goes up, then the market will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, then the market will go down. So that's how it is right now. It's pretty coupled, and until we see decoupling, which is, I don't even know when, maybe 5 or 10 years down the road, then that's a general rule of thumb that I want to leave you guys with. So you got your zones if you're interested to buy, but remember that I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence before investing in ACH or any risky cryptos for that matter. So in other news, Alchemy Pay leverages fintech giant NIUM and amplifies its market reach. So if you're wondering who NIUM is, so they're a global fintech giant, and this partnership is huge because Alchemy Pay can now leverage NIUM's huge global coverage and pay out funds to clients at a significantly lower cost in 190 plus countries where NIUM operates. On top of that, NIUM has 11 licenses and regions such as UK, Europe, USA, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Australia. And that is huge because that will give Alchemy Pay a way in to these key financial markets. So this is what you guys want to know because NIUM is a huge global fintech giant. It's a fintech unicorn with a huge network. And if you watched my previous videos, you always know that I always say that your network is your net worth. NIUM has built one of the world's most comprehensive network of relationships, partners, and licenses in countries where Alchemy Pay can now conduct business. So this really makes Alchemy Pay more appealing to merchant partners who might be interested in partnering with them. Alright guys, in other news, Alchemy Pay adds euros pay-in offerings via Paytend. So what's happening is that what this partnership does is Paytend is kind of like Europe's based digital bank, and with Alchemy Pay's crypto services, they will now allow their users to basically pay in euros via credit and debit cards without conversions to US dollars. Because what usually happens is that crypto service providers still have to accept US dollars, and the people paying in euros, they're gonna be subject to fees. And that's kind of annoying because Europe is one of the largest cryptocurrency economies in the world. They did a $1 trillion in transaction last year, according to a chain analysis report. So with that said, it is really big to hear that Alchemy Pay is now going to service this market. And this partnership really adds two advantages. One is competitive prices, and two, that is expanded coverage. I mean, Paytend already provides digital banking services to Europe and a lot of other countries overseas. So they're servicing users around the world, and they already have an in with the European banking services. So instead of going through regulations and stuff, Alchemy Pay can leverage Paytend and their relationships with the European banks. Also, check out this tweet that I will have in the pinned comment below. Alchemy Pay's crypto-linked MasterCards are accepted globally across 37 million merchants. This white label solution can be customized by our enterprise clients to issue their own branded Visa or Master crypto cards. Now, that is cool. Now, what I don't know is whether those branded credit cards are going to provide any benefits, direct benefits between the merchant and the customer, because that wasn't said here. But just the idea of having your own brand on a Visa or a MasterCard just adds that much more to your brand, just adds that much more to your client. Because if your customer pulls out their card and it has your brand on it, oh, then they're going to be like, oh, I have this direct connection, this feeling, this emotional connection to this merchant. And it's going to be more likely that they're going to spend at your store again or use your card a lot more. I don't know if there's going to be like reward points attached to that, but we'll just have to see. But you know, having your own Visa or Master crypto card branded, that takes a lot of steps. And if you could sidestep that using Alchemy Pay, if merchants can sidestep that, that is a huge plus. All right, so last couple of news I want to cover is ACH staking and rewards. A lot of this I have no idea about because I didn't really take a look into it, but I want you to go and click this link which opens to the Binance staking if you have access to Binance. You can ignore activity 2 and activity 3 because that's over, but they offered lock staking and I think this 10 days one should be over, but you could still get 40% for staking ACH with Binance. I'm not familiar with how lock staking actually works because I've never done that with Binance, but if you're interested in earning some passive with Binance staking ACH, then that's something to look into. Lastly, they also have MakerDAO DAI support now. So we all know that MakerDAO's DAI is US dollar pegged stablecoin, and that is now supported for use on Alchemy Pay's hybrid fiat crypto network. So DAI can be accepted for merchant partners in over 70 countries, which would make it pretty useful for the war that's going on right now. And because it's decentralized and collateral backed, that means that it has a very good chance of resisting hyperinflation. So, you know, when there's inflation happening in your country, probably a good idea to put it in DAI. But that aside, one last thing, Ukraine president signs into law to legalize crypto as digital donations roll in. So because of the war, a lot of them are like, yeah, like I said earlier, what really happens when a war happens? Well, the participating countries will have their currencies get weaker, which means that they fall off a cliff, like what happened to the ruble and the kuna, because people don't want to be visiting those countries, so there's less demand for those currencies, right? But anyways, now that people can move their money into a safer hedge, let's say Bitcoin, which is the best hedge out there, then that's a way for them to keep their currency safe. And when they do that, when they demand Bitcoin, there's only that much Bitcoin. So with that much Bitcoin, the price can really only go up. And I think that getting in Bitcoin is a really smart move, but that's a story for another day. Other than that, that's your ACH update with all their partnerships you're building on ACH. So I really hope you got some value out of this video. And if you did, can you please help this channel, help our channel grow by smashing the like button, smashing the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income. And remember guys, continue working, continue building, continue inspiring. See you next time.